the fire kiss, done like truth, breathe like mist. I carry lifetimes in these hips, and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby, I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so untamed. Ooh, 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 ooh,
What is meant for you
I
is
am
already in
so
motion.
work
Let's
slowly.
see where it leads.
Magic in my skin,
Your soul
healing
already
while you
knows.
hold me.
The cards are just catching
Say
you
my
up.
name, feel the shift begin. Alicia Yeti, I'm so work within. So
Welcome to
work
the space where
within.
worlds become portals
I
and
read
the
stars with my
soul
fingertips.
lives.
Found
I'm
heaven
Alicia
in the curve
Dion,
of my lips.
and
My
this
voice,
is
spell you
Soul
can't
Work.
forget. I bloom
Let's
in
begin.
shadows, no regret. I rise in rhythm, flow, and truth. I turn my wounds to holy proof. You knew me once, but now you see I am divine, unfolding free. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
This is where Spirit speaks and you finally listen. I'm Alicia Dion, and this is Soul Work. In the last episode, we talked about what soul work is and why it matters. But today, I'm going to take you deeper into the first steps because inspiration without action is just a dream. I'm going to say it for those again in the back. Inspiration without action is just a dream. And soul work is about waking up. Soul work begins in stillness, not with the noise, not with answers, but with the courage to sit in silence. Stillness gives your spirit space to rise. It's in the pauses, the moments you turn off your phone, sit under the moon, close your eyes, and just breathe, that your soul begins to whisper. So the first step is simple, but not always easy. Create a space. Choose stillness. Even 5 minutes a day can open the door. So it's when you create your space, you create a space that uplifts you, that makes you happy. Whether that's flowers, crystals, um, artwork, drawings, or whatever it is, have that in your space. If you like a certain notebook, get that notebook. I am queen of notebooks. I will buy the cutest notebooks and it will take me forever to write in them. And let's not even start on the journals. So many of those. So also, once you create that space, meditate. That's basically what stillness is. Stillness is taking the time to meditate, to take in what your spirit is saying and listen closely to what it's asking you to do. Now, the second step, and one of the most powerful, is journaling. Journaling is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between your spirit and your mind, between whisper and words. Here's the truth: your soul is always speaking through dreams, through random thoughts, through that gut feeling you ignore, through the way a song makes you cry. But if you don't catch it, it drifts away. That's where journaling comes in. When you write, you're building a record of your soul's journey, a map, a mirror, a witness. Now, the second step, and one of the most powerful, is journaling. Journaling is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between your spirit and your mind, between whisper and words. Here's the truth: your soul is always speaking through dreams, through random thoughts, through that gut feeling you ignore, through the way a song makes you cry. But if you don't catch it, it drifts away. That's where journaling comes in. So now that you have your space created, what you want to do is make that space sacred. You can light a candle, play soft music, hold your journal like it's an altar. This isn't just paper, this is where your soul speaks out. Once you have that part done, you'll then move to step two. You'll write without censoring. Don't worry about grammar or making sense. Let the words spill. Even if it's just, I don't know what to say, that is soul work. Step three, record your dream and thoughts. Keep your journal by your bed. Write down dreams, even fragments. Write down those random lines that hit you in the shower. Write down those feelings you can't explain. Later, you'll see these patterns. Spirit leaves breadcrumbs. It all makes sense later. Okay? Then you can ask questions. Write your soul the way you would write a trusted friend. What do you need today? What am I avoiding? Where am I being guided? So when it comes to the part of asking questions, like I'll write the question at the top of my page, like the header, and then I will write just I'll just kind of let the pen float, and I might start off with a sentence like say, what do you need today? What do you need today? What can I do to walk in my purpose today? And you just keep writing, and eventually you'll you'll go into a state where you're unaware of what you are writing, and that's where spirit comes in and answers your questions. So I thought that was really cool the first time it happened to me. So hopefully it doesn't freak you out. Hopefully it's reassuring that it's pointing you in the right direction. Just know that that is in fact spirit. All right. Step five, return and reflect. Flip back through old pages once a month. Ooh, once a month. Mm. Okay. See how far you've come. Notice how your soul is guiding you all along. And when you go back through and you do this again, give yourself grace. But look at the small changes. A lot of times it'll be the way that you were writing or the mood you were in when you wrote. Like these are the things that you should pay attention to as you are also paying attention to what you wrote when it comes to the dreams, and see how it connects or what happened to give you a deja vu moment and bring you back to a certain part of your dream. That's something that you want to journal, because a lot of times the questions that you ask are being answered, but because you are in such a deep dream state and it seems so realistic most times, when you come out of that state or when you're woken up, and something disrupts that sleep state, you tend to forget. But if you go ahead and you write it down as you are waking, you get to keep a lot of small details that might not seem um, major at the time, but as you begin to go back and look, you be like, so that, you know what? I get it. I understand. And I want you to have your aha moment too. So here we are with step three, which is small rituals. And these usually take like 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Or however long you need them to take. It's hey, this is your journey. Ain't nobody rushing you, baby. So the third step is creating small, repeatable rituals. It doesn't have to be anything big or dramatic. It can be a candle you light every morning, a prayer you whisper before bed, a card you pull from your tarot deck each week. The point isn't perfection, the point is consistency. Every ritual becomes a signal to your spirit saying, I am listening. The rituals, as it stated, is just to get you in the habit of doing these activities, this journaling. They say it takes 30 days to create a habit. So if you're consistently journaling when you dream, writing down little messages, little odd thoughts that pop up in your head throughout the day, then you'll you'll be done built the habit of journaling. So it's something that, like how people can't go without, um oh goodness, with like, what some people can't go without. Some people can't go without, I don't want to use smoking because smoking is the first one that came to my mind, but I didn't want to use it. But I'm going to go ahead and use it. Just like people need to smoke, journaling is that release, that will be that kind of release for you, for all that pent up energy that you have. These are the first steps of soul work: stillness, journaling, and ritual. It may feel simple, but simple doesn't always mean small. With every great journey begins with a step, and your soul is waiting for you to take it. So tonight, light a candle, pick up your pen, and ask your soul a question, or write whatever comes. Now, if you ain't ready, don't. This is your journey again. If you gotta go to Olive and Archer, or is it Archer and Olive? If you gotta go somewhere and get you a fancy journal with the real nice, good paper where the ink don't bleed through and it don't smudge, and you gotta get the things that you need, baby, I understand. Get what you need, but just know that once you get it, that the intention is to sit in stillness, journal your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your dreams, and do that consistently enough to where it becomes a habit or a ritual. Okay? This is the work. This is the journey. This is Soul Work with Alicia Dion. Thank you for opening your heart to the message. And remember, your soul has been waiting for you all along.
I don't chase, I enchant, move like smoke, speaking chance. You call it luck, I call it law. You call it fine, I call it flawless, raw. Lipstick like blood moonlight. My silence hits harder than a fight. I don't flex, I exist.
Shout out to the mama chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of her voice. There isn't another feeling inside when they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put them feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with Bimars apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience,
This that Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and opium, fresh from the FedEx, yes, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear this shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is colder, turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will.
You cry.
When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now and got the answer.